All right, thanks, Paige, for coming on. Tell us what we got to know.
Well, there is so much fear. Well, let me back up. I'm Paige Zecker with Movement Mortgage. I used to be a realtor and sold with Bonnie. She and I have worked together and been friends for a very long time. So even though I'm a lender now, I come to the real estate market, and what I bring to the transaction is a totally different perspective because I've been in your shoes. And I look at the market data differently. I'm listening to different experts, and I just think I'm able to help reiterate what it is, those conversations that you're having with your clients. So we talked about supply. Here's the demand. So I don't know if anybody kept up with marketing trends, but for years, this baby boomer generation was talked about. They were the market movers. The baby boomers, as they moved through life, moved marketing trends. Well, look, that because the baby boomer was the biggest generation our country had seen up to that point. My generation, this Gen X generation, we had a little bit of dip in population compared to the baby boomers, but look where we're at right now. The millennials and Gen Zers are higher than the highest peak of the baby boomers. This is our demand right now. They are just now entering their peak home buying years. They're moving out of the apartments. They're going from having a roommate situation to they're now solid in their careers, and they're wanting to buy homes. First-time home buyers today are not necessarily looking to buy the inexpensive homes. It is very surprising to me at first-time home buyers may be looking at $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 homes because they've made very wise investment choices. Maybe they've inherited some money. First-time home buyers don't necessarily mean low home prices.
I think the baby boomers were the wealthiest also across the board. Like we always talk about poor people in this country. The poor people in this country still have $1,000 iPhone. The people, homeless people still have $1,000 iPhone. So
right.
We talk about poor. Go around the world, you'll see poor. So those people gave more money across the board anyway to these millennial generation.
And as the baby boomers, and I don't want to sound morbid, but as the baby boomers and the older Gen Xers are passing away, they are leaving inheritances and legacies like Don Rice talked about. They are leaving generational financial legacies to this millennial generation. And so these people are coming to the table with money.
Can I interrupt for just a second?
Yes, ma'am.
One of the things that I found is that those baby boomers, they believed in life insurance. They believed in it highly. And so that's one of the things. They're taking care of themselves in their death, but also taking care of their kids.
Yeah.
And grandkids.
Yeah. I mean, I'm working with somebody right now that first-time home buyer, they've got $125,000 down payment because of inheritance. And we are not liquidating all of their assets. So,
and also, it's become socially acceptable to be 25 and 30 years old and live at home. I just sold a house to a lady. Sold a lady's house, and her daughter, I think it's 25, had like a mental breakdown yesterday. Over now, she has to leave her childhood home. I'm like, she's 25.
So this is just a quote by Realtor.com that kind of summarizes what we just talked about. I did a video earlier this week, deceleration, and we talked about this last week too when we were looking at Bonnie stats. Decelerating home prices is not the same thing as depreciating home prices. So we've got the sellers have just now caught up to the fact that they can probably get more money for their house than they ever thought imaginable. So they've overpriced their homes. The demand has cooled down a little bit because of the interest rates. They are having to come down off the list price, like Daniel said at the beginning of the call.
Which wasn't recorded.
And he was right. Now this is recorded. I will say Daniel was right.
Pat on the back for Daniel.
Yes.
Hey, if you don't pat yourself on the back, nobody else will.
Exactly. So decelerating home prices only means instead of seeing 20, 30, 40% home price increases year over year, we may see 15. I saw a stat from another realtor friend of mine, the metro Atlanta area for June of last year compared to June of this year had almost 15% home appreciation. Yes, that's down. So the home prices aren't going up quite as fast, but that doesn't mean home prices are coming down. We couldn't sustain home prices continuing to go up at the rate that we've seen it. The depreciation or the acceleration rate needed to come down. Here's an interesting stat I also saw. As fast as home prices were going up, rental rates have also gone up. Atlanta, Sandy Springs, Roswell area for May 2020 saw an average rental increase of almost 15%. So there's a lot of talk about affordability in the market. If a buyer buys a house and they are stretching to the very limit of what they can afford, Sean Rawls has coined a term that has just hit the real estate industry and the mortgage industry like a wildfire. And that is marry the home, date the rate. When you buy a home, when that buyer moves from a rental where rental rates are going up 15%, and actually I do a lot of business down in South Florida because those rental rates have gone up almost 40% year over year. So the best thing that a person can do to hedge against inflation is lock in your home price. The biggest portion of somebody's budget is their home. And if you're looking at your rental rate going up 8, 10, 15%, 40% year over year, how do you afford that? I've got so many first-time home buyers that can no longer afford to rent. And so rental rates, I've also just recently heard rental rates will follow about a 2-year lag time between home prices and rental rates. So we're just now beginning to see the acceleration of rental rates.
I'll be sharing insightful and informative videos on stress-free retirement, being your own bank, setting up college funds, understanding Social Security, wills, probate, trust, and how the Fed Reserve rate hikes affect your mortgage rates. And always, real estate solutions. I'm your go-to expert in real property. Look for my YouTube channel, living in Canton, Georgia, where it is sunny as can be right now. If you find value here, please like and share so others might as well. Remember, I'm not a videographer, not a video editor. I just want to share the most important info with you guys. Each video has a full version of around half hour or so, but there are multiple shorts of only 5 minutes or less as well. My name, Daniel Kloffelter. My area of specialty is real estate and asset protection for more than 25 years. So why am I exhorting you to view financial-based videos on a real estate channel? Good question. I believe that we all do better when we know better, which is why I'm here to expose you to a team of experts who know the topics that matter most. All of these topics work in unison. Full disclosure, I receive nothing for doing these videos other than the satisfaction of adding value to you. So smash that like button already. What are you waiting for? Share this so other people can see it. Y'all have a great day.